Hello once again. My name is Mfundo Bolivia Kuzwayo, and thank you very much for taking your time to join me for another video. If this is your first time being here, thank you very much for taking your time and welcome to DGW. So, in this video, I just want to take the time to welcome you all into our channel, into our future, possibly podcast, and more going forward. My name, as I've said, is Mfundo Bolivia Kuzwayo, and I will be your host for this YouTube channel and many other things that probably will spin off from this. Now, I've actually started this YouTube channel way longer than today, and I've had a couple of issues which we are going to get into. So this video right here is just to notify everyone of finally we're here. I've had so many issues whereby I didn't want to start, or I had things that I blamed for not starting and what have you, and I ended up having to go to different places, as you will see in some of the videos that are scheduled to come out throughout the months. That I always had this thing of saying I'll start when I'm in a better environment. I'll start when I'm in a place that looks more friendly to other people and to the world at large. However, forgetting that this is my story, by the way, and a lot of us share the same story, and I hope that I'm able to actually tell the story as we go on. Now, today's channel is primarily focusing on the overall theme of this channel. What is DGW? What is it for? Who is it for? Why was it made? And what can you actually get from this channel? Now, myself, the backstory for me is actually very simple. I think a lot of people from my country, which is South Africa, if you couldn't tell, have a similar, let's say, makeup. So it won't be something so unique or extraordinary, but there'll be a few hints and things here and there that will show why I am probably the way that I am. So I am born and raised in a place called Durban, Inanda. I will show you a picture right here of where I grew up. I know sometimes it's hard to believe, and I've had to deal with this my entire life, just based on how I speak, how I act, the things that I like, things that I don't like. A lot of people have actually told me that I'm not from where I'm from, but it's just me being able to blend in and just be around everyone because I have a very skill set and also a very amount of interests and abilities. So it allows me to kind of join in with whichever crowd I am with, and in their eyes that makes me seem less of Inanda, and especially because of how my town or my small city is, let's say, portrayed in the eyes of many people. So a lot of people, when they hear Inanda, especially from South Africa, they hear the most dangerous place in the world, blah, 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 this and that. And sometimes it can be, but it's just whatever you make of it. Okay, so I already told you where am I from. My essential background is a simple one. I am fourth generation military, technically. My great-grandfather was in the army, my grandfather was in the army, my dad was in the army, and also one of my uncles is still in the army, and they fought during the apartheid era, so kind of raised on that military discipline mindset. My parents, which would be my father on this side, and also my uncle and grandfather, are very tech-savvy people, so luckily for me, I've been brought up in a childhood home. They were very good with technology and the making of devices such as computers, fixing them, and so forth. So I essentially had a PC to myself from the age of 5, and that has enabled me to learn skills and traits that a lot of people from where I am from find very difficult or hard to believe because of whether it's scams or technology being too difficult or what have you. So that allowed me to be able to easily blend in with every crowd that I actually go into. Fun fact about that, when I actually was supposed to apply for university, I actually did my entire registration process for myself, sitting on my laptop by the side of everyone, where there was a huge line of like 1,000 people going to get help to actually apply. I did pick a lot of wrong things for some majors and what have you. However, I was able to do the process in less than 30 minutes, which took others days and had been sleeping at the campus for however long they were. So, yeah, that kind of gave me a leg up on most things that people have. Now, my childhood wasn't a very simple one. I moved around a lot with my dad, so I was never really in one stable place to receive stability. However, it made me be able to interact with different people, different walks of life. I once lived with white people, once lived with Indian people, colored people, other people from other countries. So it allowed me to adapt and also learn about all of these different people, what makes them tick, what they like, what they don't like, and also how to actually use all of that knowledge and experiences as I go, thus creating this accent that I have, which sometimes is a good thing, sometimes is a bad thing, but hey, we all take what we get. Now, I have varied skill set and abilities because my dad, even though he wasn't very knowledgeable in terms of academics, he pushed me into academics more than anything. We never celebrated anything in my childhood, only good work and good academic results. So for me, my entire life was built on working from the age of 8, studying, coming back home, and just doing general house chores. Anything else was just something that we didn't care about. So this made me very good at academics and certain skill sets, however, very bad in terms of emotional stuff and things that you would think one would also need to be a well-rounded person. I am working on it. We'll see how it goes. We have had very many struggles as just a normal average person does. I've had my struggles with academics, I've had my struggles with unemployment, businesses, failed businesses, businesses that have passed, partnerships, whatever. So I also have had my fair share of all of those issues, my spirituality coming into effect, because as I am a Zulu person, my tradition also gives me certain things that I need to do in order to go forward in life that might not seem to be reasonable things in the eyes of many people. I am a very, very spiritual person. However, it took me a long time to tap into my spirituality, which caused a lot of issues for me in terms of my growth and kind of stymied me a little bit. So, DGW. DGW is just me trying to interact with each and every one of you, and especially people who grew up from my neighborhoods, my kind of upbringing, whether it's in another country or what have you, who actually don't know the capabilities that they have. And we would say probably also need just a bit of a kick or push to get started on whatever they have to get started. Thus, development, growth, wealth, DGW. So that is what we primarily focus on. Now, being a black person from Inanda, you would think I'm very typical. I'm very far from it. I love anime. I've loved anime since I was a kid. I talk to myself on a regular basis. I love technology. Don't go out to shopping malls. I buy everything online. They deliver it for me. I live a rather different lifestyle to many of the people around where I'm from. However, it's just who I am. I love it, I don't care, and I move with it. So I try my best to encourage everyone else to just stick to things that are good for them and just try to develop and grow as a person in each way or walk of life. Now this video is going to be a long one, and if you're still here, thank you very, very much. However, I hope this will also allow you to be able to share some of your experiences, some of your struggles, and just interact with me. I'm going to make these videos for adults so that we can comment, share, like, subscribe, and do all of those things and help each other as the time grows. I'm hoping to have larger picture, a podcast where people can come through, we can talk about things. They might be celebrities, they might be normal people, it doesn't matter for me. The idea is sharing common interests, common goals, common struggles, so that we're all able to uplift ourselves, even if we are from places like the places where we are from and we don't really know what is our potential. Now, as I'm also black, there are also a very, very wide variety of issues I face on a daily basis. Those will talk about as time goes on. We don't need to hash that too much. And I'm also worried about, can I say the word nigger? Now, I'm black from South Africa, so for me, it doesn't say anything. But I do understand that for other black people, especially in America, we can say it as black people, but white people can't say it. I don't know. I'm just gonna say nigger and see if YouTube picks it up. If they say I'm okay, I'm okay. If they don't, I'll try to be more friendly. I do swear a lot. Trying to change, but it's just who I am. I do swear a lot. I do speak in other vernacular terms. Sometimes I will talk to you in Zulu just to kind of show you my colloquialism. Is it colloquialism when I'm black? Whatever, doesn't matter. I'm also learning Spanish, Mandarin, Japanese. So sometimes you might hear a little bit of ni hao, konnichiwa, hola. Doesn't matter. It's just who I am, and hopefully you will be around this journey with me. The idea is to grow with you through whatever you are doing, be it financial, be it spiritual, be it emotional, be it mental. I want you to see me grow throughout these phases, and also for me to see you grow throughout all of your phases alongside me. It doesn't have to be for the same level or the same way. Just some growth is better than no growth. So I hope that is something that I'm able to see in each and every one of you. And I'm hoping to transition a lot of my TikTok followers. I'm not very big on social media, even though I know how much it can provide, but I'm big on tech. So I'm hoping that the mixture of the two will kind of blend seamlessly. I don't want to get famous. I don't want to get rich off of this. I do want to get wealthy, and I'll tell you that goal as we go on, but not off this. This I do primarily because it's a passion of mine, and I just want to see more people like myself just see their potential and just keep growing as they do. Whether it is in business, it's in creativity, it's in self-employment, it's in employment, it's in maybe academics, whatever it is that you choose. I just want to see you grow from level to level and beat all of the boundaries or barriers that they once thought were there for us, and that we even once thought were there for us. So I hope that in some way this will help. Now, my purpose. What is my purpose? My purpose has been a simple one. I have believed ever since I think I was 14, 15 that I have been brought into this world to provide generational wealth for my family. My idea is to build a lineage of excellence in whatever avenue they choose to embark on because of the foundation that I will actually lay. Because of this, I've had to live a rather difficult life of whereby this household that you see me in, I rent this place and it's just one room and I do everything in this one room. And this is because I'm saving in terms of building for businesses and other businesses and trying to achieve as much as I can so that I can ensure that my family and especially the generations after me can achieve whatever they want to achieve. And I actually want to retain life. So, hey, that's another part of it. Now, with this, if I make money off it, it's okay. If I don't, it's also okay. I'm not doing it for the money, and I would definitely hope I don't get famous because of this. I love my peace. I love being able to just go to the beach, walk around, headphones on, be in my entire place, in my entire zone, without ever having someone just kind of crowd me and do whatnot. But I also love engaging in reasonable conversations that help us grow and teach me something. So because of that, I've actually acquired many sets of skills that help me, whether it's using computers for certain things, whether it's public speaking, whether it's financial advice, whether it's registering companies for people, helping them with their finances, their taxes, annual returns, a lot of things, administration work. All of that are just skills that I've kind of compiled, and they will all be in effect in this area. So I'm trying to reach at least R1 billion by the time I die. Hopefully $1 trillion, but at least $1 billion. I hope I can. If I don't, we'll fall somewhere in the middle of whatever, and I hope I can leave something great for my children and their children and so on and so forth, and along with my siblings. And yes, come from a very huge family. I have 16 siblings. I'm the second oldest. I have an older sister. Barely get to see them because of the way that I'm trying to structure my life. But I'm hoping as time goes on, it will become, as my finances get up, as I start more and more things that earn me extra revenue, and I'm able to spend time with them on a regular basis and show you some of those videos. Okay, now, what is this channel for? What is the idea behind this channel? So this channel is primarily going to be split into 4 parts. There's going to be the main DGW channel, which focuses on our development, growth, wealth, and looks at this in a variety of ways, from financial, economical, emotional, physical, mental, and we will try to develop them, grow them, and reach a wealth status in terms of all of those. The second thing that we have is called Teach for Each. Now, Teach for Each is helping people with ESL teaching. Luckily, I have been an ESL teacher since 2018, and I've had some companies or businesses that I started to help me in terms of teaching online or teaching abroad and helping them with the various steps in between everything. So I will also be giving you tips and advice on things of that nature. The next thing we have will be 4309 to the world. So this will just be our leisure and travel side of this YouTube channel. So this is where I show people from my background, from my kind of environment, what they actually are capable of in terms of traveling the world, whether it's being to cities or provinces within our country or outside our country, how to plan for them, how to do proper budgeting for them, how to also just enjoy them without having to feel guilty about the fact that you are enjoying life and you are growing whilst doing that. The last one is DGW Gaming. Now, DGW Gaming is just simply me showing people, again, from where I'm from, children, adults, teenagers, whomever, who are interested in actually gaming, and showing them that you can actually game online and have a wider audience and interact with people from across the world and learn more as you continue to engage in things that you enjoy. I have been gaming since I was 5 years old, and because either due to my own ignorance or the lack of resources in our country or my city or my town, doesn't matter, I wasn't able to transition as much as people from other countries have in terms of gaming. I have been gaming since there was the first Far Cry game, the second Far Cry game in South Africa or in Africa that spoke my language, isiZulu. So I've been gaming for a long time. I've been gaming since Cadillac and Dinosaurs, since Metal Slug, Snow Brothers. I game in a variety of ways, but I've never actually used this in my entire 30 years of living to generate income for me or to expand this knowledge with everyone across the world. And I'm hoping from now on I'll be able to do that and you can join me. Now, I game very differently to other people. I believe games are meant to be played. So sometimes when I watch people game online, especially from places like America, they're so timid when they game. It's as if their actual lives are in the balance, where you're just supposed to enjoy it. If you're playing a first-party shooter game, go ahead, just run up, shoot people. If you die, you die. Start over and you keep going. Don't just be timid and spend 20 minutes or 30 minutes on one chapter. What are we doing? One checkpoint takes you 30 minutes because you're hiding in corners looking for perfect shots. I'm sorry, getting carried away. I'm sorry. Okay. But yes, that's what it will be as well. I might also transition into things of animation or actually movies like the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the DC Universe, and have you see that from a perspective of someone from South Africa. It might be different to what you're generally used to and you can get from anyone else in the world, but for me, this is a part of me showing you these things from the eyes of a general South African such as myself, and showing you that it is possible. There's so many things that we see online, whether on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, but it's never from the perspective of an average South African, especially a black South African from neighborhoods which are primarily discussed as being dangerous and showing you how much you can achieve. I'm actually doing all of this because of the various skills and knowledge that I have gained. I'm using my iPhone 12 as a camera. I'm using Camel, I hope YouTube doesn't flag me for this one. I'm using Camel, the software, as my recording software. And I'm also using my PC, which has a screen that doesn't work, that I'm actually connecting using an HDMI cable to my my actual TV. So these are things that a lot of people where I'm from have access to, but they never actually use them to further themselves. I see so many people have iPhone 13s, 14s, 15s, 16s, and all they care about is just taking pictures for themselves. There's so many opportunities you could be using this for. Some of them have skills, some of them can draw, some of them can teach, but you're not using the tools that you have to actually help you with this. And it's been a large part of why I've actually tried to help people throughout my daily life. Okay, so that is what the channel is for. Who the channel is for. I think as you've been listening for a while now, you've kind of figured out who the channel is for. The channel basically is for anyone. Anyone. I'm not discriminating. If you're someone who's wealthy, someone who's from another country that's developed, that's achieving all of this, you can still come through to my channel. Just see how an ordinary South African does it. Just see the differences between you and I. Okay? If you are someone who's just here for the kicks, you can be here for the kicks as well. But if you do put stupid comments or comments that are racial or any type of undermining or not constructive, I'm just not gonna bother. I prioritize my peace so much. But if you can help me, because I am new to this entire thing, please try and help me with tips, whatever you may have. I will also do the same, because this is primarily why I am doing this as well. There's so many things that people of my background, of my skin color and knowledge don't actually have access to. Like, for example, there's so many videos about reviewing tech, but not that many from a South African perspective. We see you tell us about eSIMs, nano SIMs. We see you tell us about 5G antennas, the millimeter waves, the Bluetooth 5, Bluetooth 6, Bluetooth 7 now, 7.0 apparently. And I know them because I'm a techie and I get into it, but the general South African doesn't know this. And when they watch videos from people from America and people from the UK, it's great to watch, but it doesn't really translate to what would happen in our country. It's not really something that's convenient for me. So I try to bring that to their eyes. For example, I will tell you where to buy refurbished goods, how good they are from a South African perspective. I will tell you the differences in living standards from American to South Africans. And if there's anyone who's actually trying to or wants to collaborate with me and kind of assist me in terms of all of these things from the big YouTubers, I'd be very happy as well. Some of my inspirations for all of this have been MKBHD, Marcus Brownie. Some of them have been Thomas the Tech Chap from the UK, and also various others like Carl Conrad from Canada, I believe. And it's great. However, they are always, or usually, I'm not going to say always, showing things from the perspective of their countries or the perspective of the EU or the United States, which is okay, but doesn't really translate to my country and people in Africa as a whole. So I hope that I'm able to be the bridge that kind of like links those two as a true South African. All right, now, so those are the people that I look up to, and those are the people that actually taught me to kind of go for it and see where this thing goes. I do also love to do these kinds of videos and these things for the average South African, such as the people who live in rural areas, peri-urban areas, just the general people in areas where they say we're too rowdy, where it's dangerous, or we're not expected to reach for these things. These are the people that I'm making those videos for. I'm going to show you that you can do it all. You can do online gaming, you can make money from online streaming. You can make money from just content. You can make money and gain knowledge and skills from just being online and experiencing with different people and learning so many new techniques, abilities, and skills as well. I also am trying to show some of our people the various experiences, the various opportunities, the various things that are there for us that we might think are primarily never in our reach. I know this video has been a bit long, but with this video intact, whenever you come to it, if you actually find this video when you first start out with this channel and you love it and you go through the entire video, I will be so grateful and thank you very, very much. Please share it with whoever, like, subscribe, comment, help me as much as I can. However, if you want to go through the other videos, which are much shorter, that I will be posting, and then come back to this one to actually get the round full picture of why I am doing what I am doing, that's cool. That's okay as well. It's cool in whichever way that you want to interact with it. I just am hoping that in some way, shape, or form, this will help someone, and maybe even a large group of people from my country, become content creators, become better at this, and acquire and learn new skills to kind of get alternative revenue, or maybe just secure financial freedom and wealth for themselves, their families, and people at large. We're living in very trying times, especially in South Africa, and there's always negativity around, and I just want to spread a little bit of love or a little bit of sunshine to whomever wants to. Now, we do also have a TikTok channel, which is under the same name, DGW, at Development, Growth and Wealth, which you will see down here or up here, doesn't matter. There will be various other videos, which are like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes long, which you will go into and you'll figure out the entire process. One thing I have to tell you though, that this is just going to be unfiltered. It's just going to be what it is. At some times I will do streaming, I will stream games, I will game online, so whoever wants to join me can join me. Beat me if you beat me, I beat you if I beat you. It's been a long time since I've engaged in games. I will actually be posting a few games, older games. I'm going to be nostalgic a bit. Think Far Cry 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I'm just going to be nostalgic with it. Among Us. And I'm going to see what the reaction is towards that. If the reaction is good, I'll go back to console gaming, and then I'll upload some of the newer games. Like for example, people such as The Real Brad have been very inspirational to me in terms of gaming. I've been watching them forever, and the issue has always been, how can I do this from a South African perspective? How can I show you from a South African perspective how it can be done, and I grow as the videos go and as I go as well. I also will have financial goals for you. I will have emotional goals, spiritual goals, all of those things attached to DGW, the main channel, because the goal there is to achieve growth and excellence in whatever we do. Currently, I am doing a 6 digits saving challenge for myself, and I'm hoping to achieve it by June. So hoping to get at least 6 digits. I'm not going to tell you the exact amounts before people stop robbing me and they think I have money. I don't have money. I'm just trying to save because I'm trying to get further along in life, grow this entire thing out, and see the channel grow as we also grow as well. I know I rambled a bit, and I hope that this fills you in on everything that I'm trying to do. Yes, my name is Mfundo Bolivia Kuzwayo, son of Pila Senzo Kuzwayo and Gugu Faith Mhlongo. Thank you very, very much for taking the time to join me, and sibonga kakhulu. Sukela namhlanje. Have a very, very good day. Muchas gracias.